go now to the town hall meetings, the E-Levy town hall meetings Gov't has been organizing over the period. And today, the 5th edition of the town hall meeting, the E-Levy town hall meeting, was organized and held in the Volta region, specifically Ho. And Eric Marona Egbeta is my colleague, and he was monitoring all what happened at that particular forum. This is the town hall meeting. He joins me in studio. Eric, good evening to you as always. Thank you. Great stuff. Now, you watched what happened, and what are some of the key issues that dotted the submissions of the many people who addressed the town hall meeting?
Well, the issues largely have been that which have transcended all the four before this one, issues of accountability for the many Ghanaians who have taken the position, who don't want to pay the E-Levy, issues of accountability, what the monies will be used for, amongst other things. And then they also ask questions as to what next if they decide to pay. They raise questions about corruption and the likes that have been witnessed in the past, and monies that have not been seen to have been used for anything. And so most of these things were what lit the conversation, and the finance minister's continuous question or quest to ask Ghanaians to bear and share in the development of the country. And so those were the main topical issues that dominated the conversation this afternoon. And
I witnessed the reactions as well that came in. But look, this is the NDC stronghold. I'm talking about the Volta region, who specifically being the central point here. We cannot take that away from the equation of analysis or trying to be able to look back on what happened today. How was the reception, the questions especially that came in during this town hall meeting as compared to the 4 previous ones organized?
Well, it was a bit antagonistic, if I would put it lightly. The questions were a bit different. We've seen in different places where people take time to commend government and seek to say that, well, if there's a lot more explanation, maybe people will be more receptive of the bill which is currently in Parliament. This was a bit different. People sought to ask probing questions. At some point, it was a bit confrontational because they were seeking to drive home their point, and the information minister was also seeking to sieve through some of those questions which were asked and ensure that questions which were asked were factual. We can just take a listen to a brief excerpt of that interaction.
Which is like E-Levy more or less has become the panacea to solving...
No, he hasn't said that.
I'm not saying he says so.
He hasn't said it's a panacea.
I'm saying...
But I'm just interrupting. Sorry, I'm just interrupting you because, you see, for some of these things, the moment we don't correct it, somebody takes it home. That is the suggestion we are making.
The very reason why I said this is that per every government agency, it's like E-Levy is based on that. For example, our brother Pius talked about the youth, National Youth Authority. Without E-Levy, maybe his authority cannot function well.
He didn't say that, by the way, but you go ahead.
He
didn't say that, but you go ahead.
Well, Honorable Peter made us to understand that E-Levy will help in facilitating railway to go through to Hawkware and all that.
E-Levy to tackle the road fund. So with the E-Levy that is coming to solve almost all the other problems.
No, the E-Levy is not coming to solve almost all the problems. I need to be clear on that.
Okay, so
we have to be clear on that.
E-Levy...
Nobody has said that. So let's not put that in people's minds. It becomes difficult for people to consume it.
Well, I'll tell you what, the first person who asked the question, Dr. Nyako, I mean, if you watch this whole town hall meeting, Dr. Nyako will not escape your mind. But clearly, you saw the intervention and interjections Kojo Ponkroma at the point had to do and all of that. It defines the atmosphere and what exactly happened there. But how did all of this conclude? And by what you watched, did the people walk away with an understanding beyond what they came there with?
Well, it will be difficult to arrive at such a conclusion, just looking even at the interaction that was just played for viewers. But the leadership who were present had a fair understanding of this, and it was for which reason the CEO of the National Youth Authority, Pius Hajide, had reason to try to drum home further the need for the individuals present not to look at this from a political lens, because this is the stronghold of the NDC, and so he sought to bring in inferences where the Keta tidal sea waves and the narrative that was created that they were abandoned by government and for which reason they'll be a bit antagonistic to this levy. He sought to drive the point that they shouldn't look at this levy as something like that, and that this is what is needed to ensure development.
See all of this.